Hey guys, good morning everyone. So we are currently reviewing our stocks in the US stock market, and we are on the screen right now. You will see tradingview.com. This is the tool that I use when I would like to review my stocks in the US market. Okay, let me know if you're familiar with this stock or you're also using this tool. And for those who are familiar with what we do here, I would normally go live to check the stocks and do my analysis using these indicators that you see here on the screen. Now we're using Bollinger Band and RSI. And on the right side, you will notice these are just some stocks on my watch list, but doesn't really mean that I'm in them. I wait for a perfect timing before I get in. Okay, so for those of you guys who are also in the US market, so let us just prioritize the most popular ones. And I think many of us here are also invested in these stocks. Okay, so I'll prioritize the ones on my watch list. Okay, so let's check Google. Alright, so I created these lines long time ago, but let's just remove them for now. And so far, what I can see here is that for Google, we are, right, we have currently, so I'm sure many of you are in Google as a as an investor for long term. So if you want to take a look at this, based on what I have here, at the moment, this is a resistance area that I see. Okay. There. So that is a resistance. Now, on where it is at right now, so price is broken out of that resistance level, and normally the psychology is whenever you have a resistance and it experiences a breakout in price, then that resistance will now act as a support. So I would have to say that this is the new support for this stock. So I think given that, Google is a very established company, some minor decliners here in their revenue, but overall in the long term, this is a good stock to engage in. So this is a bounce right here, and it continued a green candlestick at the moment. So I am thinking, so my recommendation is that this is a good bounce. Most likely we will experience some more bullish movements for Google. Okay, so if you want to get in as near as you can at the 1291 level. Let's check out Netflix. For Netflix, it's also a bounce. Okay, normally using the Bollinger Band, what I have set here is I used the default, and the default for my Bollinger Band here, the middle line is an MA20 line, and this is the support that I am seeing. Of course, where the MA20 line is at the moment, that's where the support is. Okay, so if you want to get in, so this is, by the way, as we speak right now, the market is open. If you want to get in near the 2.83.58 level. And if you just want to trade this stock, make sure you use a much faster time frame, because what I have right now is, of course, a daily chart. Now, if you want to get in just for trading purposes, following the same concept, use a much faster time frame. Okay. Apple. let's go back to the daily chart. Apple is alright. Look at this. Currently, we are moving above. I mean, this is already an overbought area, but again, it is possible that a stock can linger at the overbought area, especially if um, there's a catalyst, or there are, for instance, this one, there's a dividend to be released, and let us check the earnings. In terms of revenue, consistently Apple is giving us promising numbers for, what is this, Q3 earnings. So positive here. Okay, so these are the companies you would like to engage in, because notice, imagine this, the release of their dividends, they're on a regular basis. At the same time, revenue wise, we're always consistent at a green level. So now look at this. We are currently showing just very minimal movements for Apple, but if in case this declines, right, if it retraces, chances are it will just bounce at the MA20 line. Okay, so if it continues to give us some downward movements, check what happens to the price when it reaches this area. 256. I think we're still at the all-time high here, but I see some price consolidation happening at the 256.52 area. Alright, so just watch out. I would have to recommend to wait until the price reaches that level. Let's check out eBay. Okay, for eBay, let us see this. Look at this. Price is moving downwards, right? But let's check the health of our RSI. We're not out of the woods yet, meaning your RSI is not really confirming yet, because look at this, it's just giving us a flat line over here. What we want to expect, or what we want to envision here, is that your RSI should move in an upward direction with the price moving down. Okay, so I think we have to still wait and see, as there's really no clear indications yet that we are going to have a reversal soon, or a bounce happening soon. To continue, let's check out, have we checked Amazon? Not yet. Okay. For Amazon, okay, so if you really want to get in Amazon, remember the market is still open at the moment, so if you want, you can use a much faster time frame, but overall we're already let me see, let me check this out first. Hopefully we establish a support at this area, or bounce. Now let us say you want to get in today and just trade Amazon. Make sure, okay, so this is currently on a 15-minute chart. We had some price rejection happening at the MA20 level, so there's a big chance that it will continue to go down. But if you want, make sure to check what the price action is when it reaches the 1749.91 level. Okay, so let us say the price is currently here at the moment, and what you want to do next is, of course, check out the status or the health of your RSI. What we want to see here is something like this. Okay, price has to or momentum should start moving in an upward direction. Okay, so but in the meantime, I am looking at a 15-minute chart. Wait for the price to hit the level of 1749 and observe what the price action is. Hopefully it does not experience some more breakdown in price and just simply bounce at that area. We're done with that. What about Disney? Disney, okay, I would have to say we're not at a, although it says buy here. Let's see why they're recommending that it's a buy. But in case, okay, in case the price, alright, wait, hold on, we're still in the 15-minute chart. But let's check out, oh, look at that. We had a massive gain yesterday. How many percent is this? Approximately around this level, 6%. Okay, so normally when you have a very dramatic change in the price, chances are people are taking profit, especially the traders that will take profit. Now, if I were you, don't be a victim of FOMO, meaning fear of missing out. So wait for a perfect timing, okay? And if I am to really assess the situation, we had experienced some gap up here, okay? So I'm thinking the price might revisit and fill this gap before it continues to move up further. So I'm thinking it might go like this first and then continue to go up. See that? Because of this thing. There's a price gap up. Alright. What about Skechers? Skechers USA. Okay, so this is the new support that I'm seeing for Skechers. Let's see here. Okay, check that out. I'm thinking this is a bounce for Skechers. We had a doji over here, okay, and then it might continue to give us some more green candlesticks. But if you want to get in, try and test it out around the 39.13 area. And depending on the platform that you have, it's always a good practice to set your stop loss levels so that you don't have to if you don't really mean to stay there for a long time. That means you will be out of the trade when your analysis negates you. Okay, so and the key thing there is you have to get in near the support so that you don't get easily kicked out. Okay, well, it's true that you can set your stop loss area, but if you enter at the wrong price, you can easily be kicked out. That's why you have to first identify the support, and from there, the nearer you are to the support, the better. Get in near the support area. All right. The next one, let's check out PayPal. For PayPal, what is the status here? $100. Okay, let me set. This is the support that I am seeing. There you go. Okay, so I would have to say this is a good opportunity right now. Or it can also be here, right? It's really attempting to make that bounce right now. So at the moment, if you want to get in, use a much faster time frame. But overall, of course, your goal is for you to enter at the 101.37 level. But if the market does not give you a chance at that level, try to check out the much faster time frame. And then following the same concept over here, try to get in. We're now moving above the MA20 line, so the nearer you are to the MA20 line, the better. Probably around 102.54, that would be a good entry price. Okay, let us check what else. Microsoft. What is the status of Microsoft? Okay, for Microsoft, this is the support that we are seeing here. See, the MA20 line is such a very powerful indicator. See that? So this used to be a resistance. By the way, we're in a 15-minute chart. If you want to get in, normally, based on my research, a lot of traders are using the 15-minute chart when they trade. So if, let's say, you want to trade this stock, check what happens around the 147.45 level, and then when the price reaches that level again, then see if you experience a bounce. But definitely, this is the on a 15-minute chart, this is the resistance, and then potentially price will revisit that before it continues to go up. But let us check your daily. Okay, looking healthy here, right? So the line that I created, let's remove that first because that is based on the 15-minute chart. Now let us see. Still looking healthy here. What does it say here? It's also buy. Yeah. So far I'm not seeing any signs of weakness yet. So if you are interested in getting in Microsoft, I would have to say, so it broke out of this resistance here. So chances are, yes, it will continue to go up, but if it will rest, it might go back to the previous resistance to create and stabilize a support at that level. So this is the support that I am seeing, 145.04. But again, depending on your objective, if you're in Microsoft as a trader, feel free. Some people are using a much faster time frame, but for investors, ideally look at the weekly chart or even a daily chart, so you have a solid outlook on the direction that the stock is trying to the direction where it's trying to go. What about Coke? Coke, we're not safe yet. It's been on the decline for several days, and now it's the sentiment on this day, it's giving us some red candlestick. So let us see a much faster time frame. So again, so check if this price continues to break down, then that would mean it will give us some decline here, right? How does it look like? On a 15-minute chart, the sentiment says, the market sentiment is really on. Yeah, it's saying us buy on a 15-minute chart. So just observe, because this is MA20 line, normally price bounces at that level, but if it experiences a breakdown, and let's say after the 15-minute, because every candlestick here represents a 15-minute candlestick. So let us say if it ends below the MA20 line, then be extra careful as it might continue to go down. But normally we're now sitting at the MA20 level, so chances are this will give us a good bounce, hopefully. Okay. Alright, I think that is it. Feel free to drop a comment if you feel this is helpful, or if you'd like us to continue doing this. And see you again, or chat with you again next time. Alright? Thank you, and have a good one.